stress it, honey. You care. Just in case you don't.
Right.
Hello guys. The title of today's email is When My Wife Says She's Done, It Means Done. Oh wow. Look, it all sounds great, but this info will not help me concerning my wife. When she says she's done, she means she's done. Okay, so why are you writing this email?
Oh, that's the end of it?
That's the end of this email.
What do you think?
I mean, it seemed like...
No, that's a good question you just asked.
Yeah.
So why are you writing?
Yeah, it seemed to me that you've accepted the defeat. Like, she's done, so I guess you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I don't believe... I feel like there's no... If she says she's done, the more she's stressing to you that
the more she says she's done, the more she's not done.
So you need to look at it.
People need to understand this. It's reverse.
Yeah. When someone is in your face and they're actually letting you know their feelings, they actually care. They want you to know that they're hurting.
And clearly you're not listening.
He's not listening. He's not paying attention. And he's justifying it, saying that when my wife says she's done,
just when she's done.
Is it that this man wants out himself? Because to me, you accepting defeat is you just saying, okay, whatever. I just, it is what it is. Let me move on.
No. When people watch a few videos,
right,
and they have a situation and they've tried to manipulate their wife, right? It doesn't work. We know that, right? But they come back and say, it's the thing that's not working. It's your methods. And it's usually people that haven't read the book, by the way. Go read it 10 to 15 times so you can start taking things out of context.
Right.
Because the truth of the matter is that psychology, unless the person is mad, crazy, right?
Right.
Truth of the matter is that this psychology, anybody that has a human brain, this works. Bottom line. Anything we teach you, attraction science, marketing, I said marketing. Yes, it works in marketing too.
Right.
Anything we're saying here, we're sharing with you, it works. Not only did it work for us, it's because it works. Not only do we watch it at play, we could just be observing the couple right now.
Right.
You could see them walking they're walking the downtown, right? The way they hold themselves.
You can read the body language.
You can read the body language because this thing works.
Yeah.
Right? Like she just rightfully said, if somebody says they're done, reverse that. The fact that they feel the need to say that means she's not done, because actions speak louder than voice.
Yeah.
Right? Clearly she's not done by the actions, because she's still taking action by telling you, I know that's so simple. How can I make this more complicated?
Putting so much energy into it.
If it's not complicated enough, some people don't believe in it.
Yeah,
it has to be complicated.
They don't believe in easy methods.
They have to go pay $70,000 at Tony Robbins' event to really understand this. When somebody says, I don't care, guess what?
They care. How many times have you? If you don't care, you don't have to tell me you don't care. Right? I would know you don't care. We would just see that you don't care. You don't care. Right? But you have to stress it, honey. You care. Just in case you don't.
Right. If you don't care, then you don't care. You don't have to say nothing.
You don't have
to. And when people come to you and you're like that, and you're indifferent, that's when someone doesn't care.
You're dismissive. You're like, you don't even know that person exists.
Yes, even dismissive. That's too articulated. That's too expressive.
It's not obvious. That's like you're like chilling. You don't even know that person is in there.
Dismissive is like you slept like a baby at night, even though this person is about to exit your life, right? So now to go back to the exact words, look, it all sounds great, right? It sounds great. Reverse psychology, attraction science. Kumbaya. It sounds kumbaya. Yeah, just give. Stop trying to take from your spouse, right? It sounds all kumbaya and whatever. Yeah. It's cliche,
Yeah, these are excuses people make for themselves.
These are the excuses they make when they fail.
Yeah.
Right? And first of all, my encouragement to you is that you haven't failed yet. And you tried to mention that earlier. Like you're giving up without even trying. I hate the word try. I actually think you should do, but I get it. We're humans. Sometimes we just want to try and see if something works, right? I get that, okay? But let's look at it from the standpoint of what you just did, right? You just typed this, but yet you're claiming when she's done, she's done. All this is great and done. Well, you care a bit too much. The fact that you typed this means maybe you're showing that you care a bit too much. And there's nothing wrong with showing your spouse that you care, but if she's checked out, you're probably showing that in your behavior around the house, and you're probably taking what we're saying out of context and you're kissing up.
Right.
We never say give to a spouse that's checked out. No, we say they checked out, they want space, give them space.
Give them that space.
Right? We never say become a doormat. Right?
Nope.
Somebody wants to treat you like a doormat, does not have respect for you. Remove yourself. Give them the gift of missing you. Right? Those are the things we say, right?
Yes.
Why? Because again, reverse psychology, attraction, it works the opposite direction. What you force or you try to hold on to repel itself. That's just the way it works. And what you go too close to will try to run away from you too. And when you pull, when you're too close to something, you pull back, they tend to come closer to you because they feel the rejection, because they're human. They have a human brain too, right? We watched the other movie the other day. It was perfect. When she was checking out and she was done, the moment the husband said, I want a divorce, she snapped out of it. Right? I'm not saying go say you want a divorce.
Right.
It doesn't have to be. That's a toxic word that you don't really want to inject into your marriage prematurely, right? Yeah. But pulling back, if somebody needs some space or they're acting like they need some space, pull back. You notice that they'll get pulled back to you. If you're all in there and you say, what's wrong? What's going on? And she's shut down and you keep being there, she's going to get more upset. And now it's her heart. It's not an exact science. Sometimes that's exactly what she wants. She wants you to show that you care. But sometimes, how do you show that you care? You plant a little seed and you pull back. Right? So that's why you really need to read this completely, because if you read this and you scan over it, it won't work, because you would take a few things out of context. Plus, again, I said read it 10 to 15 times because it to build you and it to become second nature to you.
Right.
And you will understand that this is not an exact science. It's not every time that you need a no contact rule.
Right.
It's not every time that you give. No, it's actually every time you give. But what you're giving is with respect to what is the scenario, right? You may be giving space. You may be giving them the gift of missing you because you respect yourself, because they have tendency to disrespect you. So
you have to value yourself.
You have to value yourself, because that's the third pillar. That's self-respect. That's the third of the GPS, right? So don't try to take any of this out of context. Oh yeah, this is all sound. Everything with sound is Dundee, and well, you know what's all sound and Dundee too? The excuse you just gave. We hear that all the time.
Oh, one that gets me the most is when people say, "Oh, it's all kumbaya," and I'm like, the next question I want to ask: what's wrong with kumbaya?
Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
A positive thing that is actually good for you.
That's exactly what you need. We're gonna need some white light because your hands are turning yellow with this light. You're gonna need that light. Yeah.
It's this light.
Yeah, the light is off, the white one.
Oh.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So let me see here if there's anything I can read else into this. Look, it all sounds great, but this info will not help me concerning my wife. You're saying it will not help you. Yeah. You're deciding that already. In fact,
and I think that's a little judgmental.
No, it's dismissive and judgmental.
Yeah, like who says that your wife can't change? Or when my wife says she's done, she's done. Well, maybe you're doing something wrong.
So let's tap that back to how he behaves to his wife at home, right? Maybe you're dismissive like that. Maybe that's why she's shut down. When she says she's done, there's no such human being in this world who doesn't change their mind. We all change our mind. We've been, that. Now here's a kumbaya talk. I'm not a quitter. No, we've all quit on something.
Right.
Okay. We've all lacked a certain amount of consistency in certain things because we quit on and off. We come back to it.
Right.
We've all acted in ways that we couldn't make up our mind. We've all acted in ways where we seem a little bit confused. Right.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as a regular human. I'm not sure if unless your wife is an alien of some sort. There's no such thing as a human being that's just when they're done, they're done. No, it doesn't exist.
If she's still in your face saying she's done,
right.
If you're done, you shouldn't even be here.
Right. As a matter of fact, it speaks to how much you're willing to quit so soon. Maybe that's why she's saying she's done. Have you taken the time to listen to what she's trying to say between those 4-letter words? D-O-N-E, done. I'm done. Have you taken the time? You're done. I understand. Have you taken time to do that? I feel you. I know we haven't been in a good place in a long time. Just saying I know we haven't been in a good place in a long time. That goes a long way. Somebody can change their mind.
That comes with training, because a lot of people don't like to admit their faults,
Right. Or the fault of the marriage. Because when we say we haven't been, because you're not saying I'm sorry. You're saying I recognize what you're saying, because by default, automatically, you haven't been in a great place. At least not in recent times.
Right.
That's why she's saying she's done, right?
Right.
What about just admitting like you're right? This marriage is a shithole.
Yeah, well, we don't want this marriage anymore.
Right.
How about we start over?
Yeah.
What can we do to fix that?
Right. How about just owning that?
I feel like, a lot of people, like, if we can take time, like, if your spouse say, I'm done, and you come at them and be like, well, oh, wow. You're not saying you're sorry, but how can we fix this?
Right.
I agree with you.
No, but remember, she's done. She checked out. So she's not trying to hear that.
Even the person that checked out, you'll be surprised. Maybe she's never heard that before. Maybe all she has heard is, oh no, you guys go like this on each other.
To put the full spin to it, or maybe she's heard that way too much. You're the one that says I'm sorry all the time, and your actions and your actions are not.
It's not sorry. Your action hasn't changed, but you're sorry. You're quick to say you're sorry.
Or you've never even admitted that you did.
Or you've never,
It's an extreme.
Of
like I always say, the sweet spot is always somewhere in between. Right. If you're an extreme, I say I'm sorry all the time, you're killing your marriage by doing that. Because basically you're too busy saying I'm sorry and your actions are not speaking. Right? If you're the kind that have never admitted that something is off, by the simple fact that she's upset means something is off. Just owning that. Right? Don't go there and say, oh, she's only upset because she's crazy. Well,
you call
awesome. Now
crazy.
She feels better.
You call your spouse crazy. I don't know what you're looking for. 113.
Well, now she feels better.
Oh wow!
Right now you're gonna get your marriage back. Well, I was being sarcastic. No, you won't. Okay. So it's the extreme, and that's why science is an exact. It doesn't work that way. It's an art. That's why I would say read this 10 to 15 times. I hate to be. I may be overselling it, I guess, but it's really that important that you have to read this so you can understand how this works. There's all kind of in-betweens. It's not black and white. It's not right and wrong, right? No, she's not going to be miserable if she doesn't marry you anymore. You may be shocked. She may have a better life.
Yep.
Don't tell yourself that. There's something you need to learn, and it's time to learn it so you can really have the awesome relationship that you want.
Right.
It could be in that person. If it's not in that person, you're going to have a relationship. You need to learn this stuff. And I know like 99% of the time there's something for you to learn when you say that. Okay, but I know those type of people. All this stuff doesn't work. I know that person.
You don't know my wife.
You don't know her. I had the same situation with somebody that was talking about their child, and I said it's incentives. Take away something. Everybody care about something. Take away something they care about, and she goes, oh no, Messiah. And then by the time she narrated the story for me, I'm like, yeah, you took away something. She goes, oh, that's what I was saying. Now, if you're beating up a child, you're going to train them to be able to endure that.
Yes. It doesn't work.
Right? So if you're ignoring your wife indefinitely, you're going to train her to go seek someone else. If you don't find...
You're pushing her away.
Right. Now, ignoring means she wants, but you ignore. If she doesn't want, if you're all up in her face too when she doesn't want, so again, it's not exact science. It takes, you got to build yourself. You've learned some things that's not working for you from childhood, and
you need to unlearn those things.
You need to unlearn those things and start learning how to build healthy relationships. This stuff is not just applicable in just marriage. It's work relationship, any type of relationship. Basically learning when to pull back, when to come in, and when to respect yourself. but still surrounded by same three core pillars: GPS, God, your personal purpose, and self. All right. Anything else you want to add, babe?
That's it.
This is an interesting one, but I know that guy. Yeah, I know that guy. So, we want your opinion on this matter. When somebody say they're done, does that mean they're done always? I want your opinion right below this video. Comment below this video and let me know what you think. Please like, share this video. Hopefully you've been entertained. Hopefully you've been enlightened and entertained. I'll see you on the next one, and